Sources have told NDTV that the mediation in the Ayodhya dispute case has actually failed. Let's go straight across to Vaidya for more on this. Vaidya, what can you tell us?
See, in fact, the mediation, which was set up by the Supreme Court in March, held its meetings, and it was given an extended time by the Supreme Court also to try and solve out the issue through mediation. So this mediation panel, headed by the retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Fakir Muhammad Ibrahim Khalifullah, had members of Sri Ravi Shankar and Sri Ram Panchu. So yesterday, finally, they held a meeting with all the stakeholders and submitted its reports. So sources told NDTV that the mediation has completely failed because the mediation panel tried its best to come out with some sort of solution. That's why it got extension from the Supreme Court. Despite their best efforts, some parties, they did not agree for any consensus. So with a heavy heart, probably the panel in its report might be detailing all these things to the Supreme Court. So now, since mediation has failed, today the hearing will start at 2 p.m. Now the Supreme Court will have to fix a date for a further hearing, whether it be a day-to-day hearing or so. Another interesting point is, if the present bench continues, Chief Justice of India, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, is retiring on 17th of November. So if the present bench continues and starts hearing on a day-to-day basis, whatever it may be, then there must be a decision before November. So we have to wait and see how this goes on in the afternoon.
All right, Vaidya, stay with us. I just want to go across to Vasu for overall perspective. Vasu, go ahead.
Well, Amitoj, this breaking news coming in that Vaidya has managed to confirm is something that actually was expected. It was in the pipeline that the mediation effort would not take place. We've been in touch with the various groups. There are multiple groups that the mediation committee has spoken to, but there are essentially three main groups that are party to what is called the title suit. Two are Hindu groups, one is a Muslim group. We've been in touch with them, and the sense that we got from them is that nobody is really happy with the mediation process. They felt that there was no clear outline or plan as to how the dispute would be settled. There was sort of a perception that there was a tilt towards A or B group. So it appeared to be an exercise which did not really conduct itself or was not really in a manner in which those who were party to it felt it was done in good faith. Now, the mediators may turn around and say it was the parties themselves that were not keen to arrive at a solution. So this was building up towards, in a sense, a failure. And that is the news that is now being confirmed. Now, remember, Amitoj, this is not the first time that mediation has failed. Attempts have been made in the past as well. This was, though, the first serious attempt with a committee being set up of some fairly high-powered individuals to try to mediate. Sri Ravi Shankar was there. There was Sri Ram Panchu, a well-known mediator based in Chennai. And there was also a retired judge. So it was a fairly serious attempt, has not worked out. So in a sense now, as Vaidya says, this now goes back to the court. This goes back once again into the tangle of the judicial system, and it once again would prolong some kind of a way out of this highly vexed dispute.